So as we saw, the Rabbeinu Avram is kind of dismantling life and putting it into different areas of things that a person might want to gain access to a certain benefit in life, something that might be a necessity, might not be a necessity, something that might have to do with ruchni, something that might have to do with gashmias. And when you go through all these ideas, what you get to a point is that really bitachon is something that you use in 10 areas. Removing yourself from incredible damage, from a terrible negative event, removing yourself from something that's not as bad, or achieving something extremely positive, or reaching something that's positive but it's not really necessary. It's quite good, it's something that is a little bit good, it's a little bit necessary but not completely necessary. Another area, or reaching something that's completely unnecessary, right? Going the extra mile. Now, just as he explained that these things can be either removing yourself from harm, from terrible harm, from a little bit of harm, or achieving something that's necessary, achieving something that's almost necessary, achieving something that's completely not necessary, and now you can duplicate that between things that are gashmis and things that are ruchnias, so you get to the number 10. Says the Rabbeinu Avram, and the Rabbeinu Avram is going to make it very, very simple for us. How does one achieve bitachon? I just explained to you, says the Rabbeinu Avram, how you need this in every area of life, as he divided it in 10 things. How does one achieve bitachon? Says the Rabbeinu Avram, it's very simple. Listening to Dvar Hashem and removing yourself from being boiged in Dvar Hashem. David, as David HaMelech says, Bitach b'Hashem v'asei tov, that a person has bitachon Hashem, but how? V'asei tov, by doing what's right. V'is'anig al Hashem v'yiten lecha goylel Hashem darkecha. How do you run your life? How do you lead the way forward? By goylel Hashem darkecha, going on Hashem's path. Kavel Hashem shmoi darkoi. Again, the lashon of shmira of derech Hashem was shua tzadikim Hashem. How? Ki chasu boi, because they rely and they hope and they daven to Hashem. Upsuk of Ben Yezer, Rabbi Madmoid says Rabbi Avram. It's very clear from David HaMelech. Every time he talks about bitachon, he's talking about someone who's behaving b'derech haTorah v'amitzvos. Avo imedama adam benafshe. If a person would think for 1 second, shu bal bitachon be'emes oiv al Torah Hashem, then on the one hand I'm a massive al bitachon, on the other hand I can be oiv on the 613 mitzvos. Says Rabbi Avram, areu kimishanem olav b'lashon yemye al tivdechu lachem el divya shekel leimu eichel Hashem eichel Hashem eichel Hashem heimo kim heitiv tetivos darchechem es malalechem v'shikanti escha makam ezeh v'cholu. Hine atem boitchem lechem al divrei hashakel levilti hoil hagonev ratzoach v'noiv v'shaveh l'shegel v'katel abol l'bosam amantom l'fone knesset adav ki eka bitachon. Says the Rabbeinu Avram and Rambam that bitachon can only work in conjunction with avodas Hashem, in conjunction with someone being a Shomar Torah mitzvahs. Now, some of you might think, wait a second, we've heard different ideas that even someone in a matzav that is not exactly, let's say, the holiest person you ever met, or as incredible Shomar Torah mitzvah, sometimes he falls through like we all do, then there's still bitachon, and it seems to be that bitachon is still working. Now, not to go too deep into this, but it seems, at least from Rabbeinu Avram, from the raya that he brings, from the Lashon and Yemiyah, it seems very clear that he's talking about people that not just they were failing sometimes and allowing themselves to be overpowered by the Yetzer Hara, but other rabbi, we're talking about people like Gonev, Ratzoyach, we're talking the worst of the worst, people who are completely boiged in the Torah mitzvahs, and at the same time, the Yemiyah is like, you can't now go and say, I have bitachon, I want nisim and if laws to happen, whilst going and completely against the Dvar Hashem. Now, of course, this is something that the Rabbeinu Bechai and Chovos HaLevavos, of course, said this. The Rabbeinu Bechai says, someone who goes against Dvar Hashem, how incredibly silly is such a person. So again, there does not seem to be an argument here between Rabbeinu Bechai and Rabbeinu Avram, but rather they both agree that if someone goes against Dvar Hashem, intentionally against Dvar Hashem, there's no room, it would be silly for such a person to have bitachon, because it doesn't work together. Part of bitachon is understanding that Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us Torah and mitzvahs and following through on that, so it doesn't work together. On the other hand, falling through because we have a Yetzer Hara, that should not necessarily be something that removes a person from bitachon. Have a wonderful day.